Welcome to our deep dive, everyone. Tonight, we're looking at the V75 races at Eskilstuna, opposite Karkvellen, and a V75 card that, well, kind of feels like a supercharged V64.
Yeah, it's an interesting mix. We've got our usual V75 horses, but also some newcomers making a move up. Could be a good night for finding some value bets.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for. We're going to break down all 7 races, give you the tips and insights you need to hopefully help you find those winners. So let's jump right into it. V75-1, what are we looking at?
Okay, so it's a 2140-meter vault start. Early favorite seems to be Steady One, driven and trained by Jürgen Westholm.
Steady One, yeah. He looks pretty good on paper, especially with that starting position. But I know there's always more to the story, right? What am I missing?
Well, you're right. There's always something. And with Steady One, it's the shoes. This time, he's racing with shoes on. All his recent races have been barefoot, and that could really change things.
Ah, interesting. So even with the good starting position, Steady One might not be the sure thing everyone thinks. Who are the horses most likely to challenge him?
Well, I think his stablemate, Neon Bank, could be a real threat. Also trained by Westholm, he's been in great form even when he's had to start from some less than ideal positions. This race could be his chance.
Okay, so a potential Westholm showdown. What about some longer shots? Any horses hiding in the pack that could really make things interesting?
Oh, absolutely. Carl Hallback is a younger horse, but he's showing some real promise after a break. This field is a little easier than what he's been facing, so he could be a great value pick.
Any other surprises lurking out there?
Keep an eye on The World Is Mine. Big win last time out, kind of came out of nowhere, which might make him overbet this time. Then there's Extremely Sweet, consistently good horse, and this time he's got Magnus Agew driving him for the first time. Could be a winning combination.
Okay, Neon Bank, Carl Hallback, The World Is Mine, and Extremely Sweet. Anyone else you'd throw in the mix?
Yeah, a couple more. Oh, Shan. He's got Carl Johan Jepsen driving this time. Could be a good change for him. And then for those who like a real long shot, Isis General. He won impressively last time out, and he loves these winter conditions with shoes on.
Wow. This first race is already looking like it could be anyone's game. Steady One might not be so steady after all, and we've got a whole bunch of horses ready to pounce.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see how it unfolds. Let's move on to V75-2, a 1640-meter auto start. Who do we think is going to set the pace here?
Looks like Frost. Driven and trained by Jürgen S. Eriksson. He's in good form, and if he gets the lead, he's definitely a contender.
Kress, okay. But is there anything that could hold him back?
Well, similar to Steady One, Frass is going to be racing with shoes. Might be a slight disadvantage, especially with some of these other horses.
All right, so shoes are a factor again. Who are the main challengers to Frass? Who should we be watching?
Sisu is one to watch. She's been racing against some really tough competition, and this field might be a bit easier for her. Plus, she handles shoes well, so that could be a big advantage.
Okay. Seems like performing well with shoes is going to be a theme tonight. Any other contenders worth mentioning?
Yeah, SG Mistral. He tends to do well in colder weather, and he handles shoes well, too. He could even challenge for the lead. Might be a good value bet. And then there's Rosemary Tile. Always consistent, and she's got a good starting position. Plus, Massajusetts driving, so if she gets a clean start, she could surprise some people.
Anyone else?
Couple more. Ibano Dark, he's got the speed, but he hasn't been able to find the winner's circle lately. Magnus Edjuice is driving him, though, so maybe that'll make the difference. And Red Hot Roadster, he's been getting back into form after a break. A fast pace could really help him.
Man, this is a tough one. So many strong horses, and it sounds like it could be a very fast race. Is this a race where we might consider a bold move? Maybe singling a horse?
It's tempting, yeah, especially with a horse like Sisu. Her recent form and the fact that she can handle the shoes, I mean, she's a real threat to Frost.
Sisu, your top pick then. Okay, lots to think about. Let's move on to V75-3, a 2140-meter auto start for mares. Another D's brother combo here. Vitarock, driven by Magnus, trained by Matthias. Her record is almost perfect, but...
There's always a but, isn't there? Vitarock, she can get a bit worked up before races, and against this field, that could be a problem.
Oh, that's a good point. So even with an amazing record, the favorite might be vulnerable. That opens the door for some challengers. Who are the mares we should be watching?
Checkpoint Charlie is one to watch. Really impressive win from the outside last time out. She's young, and this is a tougher field, but she's got the talent. If she keeps her cool, she could win this.
Temperamental favorite, talented challenger. This is getting interesting. Who else are we considering?
Sahara E-Type. She's actually beaten Vitarock before. And she's been racing in Germany, which means her prize money is lower, so she might be underestimated by the odds makers.
Ah, those hidden gems, those are the best. Who else should we be looking at?
Second Serve from the Westholm stable. He's coming back after a break, and he'll be debuting with an American sulky, which could give him an edge. And then there's Top Dog. Won easily in his comeback race, leading from start to finish. Could be looking to do the same here.
Okay, experience, potential, and new equipment. This race has it all. Let's move on to V75-4, a longer race. 2,640 meters for mares. This one looks wide open. Any horses jumping out at you?
There are two that I like right away, Sierra and Level Off.
Sierra, driven by Carl Johan Jepsen, trained by Bjorn Goop. Looks like she could take the lead, but her win record isn't exactly consistent. Is that a concern?
It's something to consider, yeah. She's talented, but she can be unpredictable. Level Off, on the other hand, she's been racing against tougher competition, so this field could be a bit of a break for her. Plus, she's trained by Stig Christer Westrom, who, he's got a good pedigree in the trotting world. Son-in-law of Per Henriksen, you know.
Family ties in trotting, love it. Okay, so for those who are playing smaller tickets, are these two horses worth considering as a lock?
A Sierra Level Off lock? Yeah, that's a strong option.
Okay, good to know. But what about those of us who like to, spread our bets a bit? Any potential spoilers lurking in this field?
Oh, always. Cersei Jean, she does well over longer distances, and she's been in better form than her recent results might suggest. Fearless Flyer, another one who likes the distance, should be finishing strong. And then, for a real long shot, Maverick's Barbie.
Yeah.
Risky, but she's got talent, and now she's got Magnus Agius driving her. Could surprise at big odds.
Mavericks Barbie and Magnus Ages. Okay, I'm intrigued. So this might be a race where we get creative with our bets.
Exactly.
We've got 3 more races to break down, starting with, let's see, V75-5. This is the one with the amateur drivers, right?
Yep, that's right. And we were talking about Money Matters earlier. Looks like a solid contender now that he's had a race to shake off the cobwebs.
Yeah, I remember you were impressed with him. Still thinking he's the one to beat.
I think so, yeah. Most talented horse in the field. And he's got Carl Johan Jepsen driving. Hard to bet against that combo.
So, still leaning towards a single on Money Matters. But any other horses worth a look, just in case?
A couple, yeah. If you want to spread your bets a bit, Albacete could be a factor. He's strong, and Magnus Agius is driving. Could see them challenging for the lead.
Money Matters, Albacete, battling it out for the front. Okay, anyone else we should be thinking about?
Peach is interesting. Good form. And they've switched to an American sulky, which could give him a little extra edge.
Equipment changes. Always got to keep an eye on those.
Mm.
Okay, so we've got a potential 3-way race here. Anyone else you think could make an impact?
Sultan Star is a long shot, but he likes to lead. The problem is he's got a bad starting position. That's Aegis is driving, though, so if he can overcome that, he might have a chance.
Strong favorite, a couple of solid challengers, and a long shot with potential. Lots to consider. Okay, let's move on to V75-6. This is the short one, right? 1,640 meters. What are we thinking here?
This one's interesting. The favorite, Eolo Wise L, he's starting from the outside. Not something you see very often with a horse at those odds.
Yeah, that is unusual. Why do you think he's still the favorite with that starting spot?
Because he's just that good, fast and strong, and he's got Magnus Agius driving. They're going to go straight to the front, even from out there.
Wow, that's a bold strategy. But could it backfire? I mean, that's a lot of ground to cover early on. Could tire him out.
It's a risk, sure. But I think he's got the talent, and Juice knows what he's doing. I think he can pull it off.
So you're not fazed by the outside post. Eolo L is your pick, and we're talking single.
I am. I think he's a strong single.
Wow, a single in the 6th race. That's a big call. Okay, but for those of us who are a little more cautious, are there any other horses worth a look?
Abelian's always a solid contender. Good record, and he could benefit if Elola Wiesel doesn't live up to the hype.
A potential upset then. Okay, anyone else?
Nicky Lauda could be interesting. New driver, and the pace should be fast, which could play to his strengths.
2 good alternatives, okay.
Yeah.
Any other long shots lurking out there?
Epimorphin, he's got a good late kick. If they go really fast early, he could come flying at the end and snag a win at big odds.
Always got to watch out for those closers. All right, so a confident single on the favorite and a few interesting backups just in case. And that brings us to the final race of the night, V75-7, another 2,140-meter auto start. What do we got?
Ozark Boko is the favorite. Urshan Kielström driving, trained by Marcus B. Svedberg. He's been getting back into form after a break, and he's got a good starting position.
Okay, in form, good starting position. Sounds like a solid choice. But I'm sure there are some challengers ready to give him a run for his money.
Tajmir Tonic, he's another one trained by Marcus B. Svedberg, and he's been improving steadily. Could be a threat if he gets a clean start.
2 horses from the same stable. Interesting. Anyone else we should be considering?
Tretiak. He hasn't raced a lot, but he's won most of his starts. Could be dangerous if he gets a good trip.
Okay, so any other horses you'd include in your calculations?
Glazer's Wonder Boy. He's on a roll right now, looking for his 5th straight win. This is a tougher field, but you can't ignore that kind of momentum.
5th straight win, wow. Okay, so momentum versus experience. This is going to be a good one. Anyone else?
Just scary. Good recent form, could be a surprise at a nice price. Worth considering if you like to cover your bases.
All right, so we've got a solid favorite, a few strong contenders, and a couple of long shots with potential. This last race is a perfect way to wrap up this V75 card. So much to think about. Well, there you have it. We've made our picks, we've analyzed the horses, we've shared our insights. Hopefully this deep dive helps you have a very profitable and happy Apatissa Tarkfellan.
Good luck, everyone. And remember, trotting is a game of skill and a little bit of luck. Do your research, trust your gut, and most importantly, have fun.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Happy holidays, everyone, and enjoy the races. We'll be back soon with another deep dive, but until then, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep playing the pony.